Good morning, guys. Just want to check volume, make sure everything's working correctly. Just, let's see. Sorry about this. I messed with my settings last night, so I have to fix these real quick. All right. What's up, Ponzi? How are you doing today? You still living in Indiana, or did you finally move away from there? We did just run that freaking London high. Man, I kind of hope it goes to the downside. That way we can target about 200 points below. That would be the ideal here, but we could just continue higher and higher today, the rest of the morning. All right. Just trying to get the rest of my stuff set up real quick. Give me 1 minute. Probably for the winter. Yeah, we're supposed to have rain all day today. So, what's up, fish lips? Just ready for the opening. Hopefully we can catch another big move this morning. We're still going to be trading that 15-minute breakout this morning. Hopefully we get the classic where it kind of closes outside of it before the market opens. That way we can pull back into it and just explode out of it. But we'll have to see what happens. There's usually about 2 different ways to jump in that move. To me, I'm thinking maybe we move up this morning. Everything's kind of pointing up. So might just be a good bullish day. I'm not sure of some highs that we've had. Let's see. If I had to look for targets above 362, 294, then if we get out of this 50 area, so those were like highs like from the previous like New York AM and New York kind of PM sessions from last week. So if we get kind of above the 50s here, we should make a run all the way up to 359 this morning. I don't think we're going to take that first breakout this morning like I have. You blew an eval on that 12 level move up. You talking about from yesterday? Like that point where he went up like 300 points? That was probably my biggest trade ever since I've started trading. I've never had a 200-point move. I've never had the patience to hold one that long. I've been trying to work on that really hard lately and just trying to keep from closing trades. That's kind of what, I know you have to do the same thing since you trade those whole numbers. It takes a lot of patience to hold those long trades like that where you're looking for 25 and 50 points or whole number to whole number. That definitely pushes your patience to the limit, I'd imagine. So definitely going to be looking for longs today. If you look at the little ICT kill zone type things, let me bring them over real quick. That way they're kind of easier to see. The visual, easier to see. Let's see here. All right. So this is why I'm thinking we stay long if we stay above 200 here. So maybe this morning you can get a nice little pullback, retest that 200 level, then straight to the moon. That would be the nicer of the setups. But if we start losing the 200 here and find support under this high, we can maybe possibly, shoot for the London lows. So, but if we stay above 200, this may be the first target, which I'm hoping this target's already been hit, that 56. And then we got all these highs from last week. Or earlier this week, I'm sorry, from the 17th. So these highs hadn't been ran this week. I mean, if we just keep going to the moon, you're looking at all the way up to 500 points. I mean, shoot, we've had those kind of big moves the last few days. So I don't see any reason why we can't move up 300 points. We did yesterday morning. We're pretty much just retracing all those moves from the previous days, just like yesterday. So we'll mark out the 200 here just so we don't forget about it. That's what I'm going to, shoot for. Support at the 200, which is your London high, and maybe hit down here, then break out the top of this 15-minute range that we've been taking. And you got point of control, unless it shifts, it's back down at the 150s. So that's even a possibility too. If we push back down, hit that 56 area, a nice little bounce. For shorts, I'm going to be looking for shorts back below 150, 143. So that'll be kind of my short bias this morning. To stay short. So if we get in the short and we lose that 53 area or 43 area, that'll be my short. All right. Let's check news real quick because I do think we might have some news today. I feel like we do. Let's see. So for anybody that's new here, I use the investing.com for news. I'm not sure how well you can see it over there. Yeah, you can see it okay. So basically what you do is just go over to your economic calendar. Go over to tools, select economic calendar. Then you can kind of just scroll down, kind of find where your country's at. So it looks like we already had the initial job claims at 8:30 this morning. So we don't have to worry about that 3-star news. I had a lot of 3-star news this morning. I'm pretty sure it's this big candle right here. This was your news candle here. This one with the big wick. Let's see. We got existing home sales in 50 minutes. So that'll be 10 o'clock news. Hopefully the market's just not chopping around waiting for existing home sale news. But that's what we got as far as news today. Just remember, if you're going to trade around 10 o'clock, that we are going to get 3-star news. So you could, protect your profits. Meltdown before Friday runs go. Lack of data. I'm not sure. Oh, you mean like they're not going to be cutting their interest rates? Are they not just releasing the financial data? So like I said, today we are not going to take this initial breakout like we have been before the market opens. And that's because we're going to be copy trading 4 accounts this morning. So, and it's just going to be a one trade and done with that. So if we take the trade, if it takes a loser, we'll undo the copy trade because that's going to be attached to our funded account. Then we may just trade an eval or something. NVIDIA is putting in some news as soon as the market closes, as they are going up. The market closes? Oh, you mean later today? Okay. I know we had those NVIDIA numbers yesterday evening, and we had a nice little 150, 200 point move yesterday. Oh, yeah, yesterday, yeah. I watched the NVIDIA news, not the NVIDIA news release, but I came back online and watched the earnings numbers because I like watching the craziness. And we were watching another streamer pull Fort gamble on some accounts yesterday, and he passed 3 accounts, so he got 3 funded accounts off the news play, so you don't have to go through the whole eval process. Like I said, we're not going to take this initial breakout of this candle that closes in 3 minutes because the most of this week, what I've been doing, which is on an eval. So what I do is as soon as this 15-minute candle close, I'll take that initial breakout. But today we're either going to wait for the retest or the blast back out the other side. So that's going to be the plan for the day. Like I said, I'm liking us moving up. I wouldn't mind seeing like a distribution of or a trap candle moving to the downside, then the next candle coming back up and just going straight to the top of this. That's been the price action all week. And kind of give you a visual here, what we're talking about here, so it makes it easier to see. So this was yesterday's price action. See how we went out the bottom of the 15 minutes? And then this candle was the one that traded back in the 15 minutes here. And so we just waited till we got back below that previous first 15-minute candle. But this is what I was talking about, exploding back out the top end. So manipulation, basically trap some people in and then explode back out the top. This same setup has happened every day pretty much this week. Let's see. This is Wednesdays. Let's see. Thursdays was on the downside. I'm not Thursday, but Tuesday was on the downside. I want to say we had news here. No, that was like right there at the opening. This candle here was. So this one was a little tricky. It did blast out the top, but eventually it ended up selling through the bottom. So you probably could at least got 10 to 20 points off of this, but you wouldn't have got that big a runner like we're looking for. And this one just had a pullback. So you see the kind of we popped out a side, and here's the pullback. So that's probably about 40% of the pullback of the 15-minute candle. Then we just continued higher all day. So those have been kind of this week's situation. And I don't, every day is going to be a little different. It's never the same every day. Whew. Thank you guys for the share. What about 25K would be nice? Also, if you're just joining us, we are trading the MNQ or MQ. The M in the front means micros. So if we do miss the 15-minute range, I will be looking for a short below 43. I'm thinking we move back up. I'm thinking this 200 holds. This is just another test of the 200. Where's the gap fill at? Are you talking about this down to the 50s? That gap fill, fish lips? Or was there a gap fill from last night? Yesterday's close? Okay, so you're talking about the gap fill all the way back down to 29.96 or 58. Yeah, that could be a nice target too if we start heading down that way. We can pull the 50% of this total move, this last move, and see what the 50% is. Let's see. So, no. All right, so we do have the close of yesterday, or the 15-minute candle here. So we got our lines marked out. So one is sitting at the 200, and the other is going to be up here above the 50s. Hopefully it's just not like a rocket ship out of there without any kind of pullback. So that's the only downside to waiting sometimes, because sometimes you will miss those complete moves. But like I said, today I definitely have a long bias because I feel like all of our EMAs are kind of a nice spread it out. We have a nice little bull flag here. If you like to draw bull flags, have about 3 or 4 candles on the 5 minutes. The bull flag on the 5 minutes almost every time at least pays 10 points, guys. It just seems like, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you would have got long here at about 10. What is that? About 15. So you're already up 15 points if you played it that way. If you played these bull flags on the 5 minutes. I don't usually take those on funded accounts, but definitely eval all day if it was, during after the open. Ooh, it might be one of those days where it just explodes. Like I said, I like the longs today. I like the fact that we're above the London highs. We found support, retested. So we'll just play the market by ear as it opens. If it explodes out the front, we may just go ahead and get long. I really don't like getting long till that second candle, though. I feel like that's the safest bet. Me and Methodical Man last night, we went back and doing the back test on this, but he may be doing it a little bit different. I'm not sure. I think he's just going to take the breaks no matter what happens. So I honestly wouldn't even mind seeing it break out right here, then pull back into this, then go. That is my favorite type of setup when taking this setup. So I want to see us out of this area before the market opens, and then pull back into this area, then go. Kind of make a little triangle, like where it goes up, back in, then back out. Oh goodness. All right, let me mark out where we could possibly go. We're above that. You really need to be above the 255. 294 is good. 361. So to the upside, I'm going to try to target the 350s, 360s. That's going to be my target to the upside. And that is the London high from the Monday. That's London high from Monday. It hasn't been ran. So that would be a nice trade if we could get that, because that'll be about right at 100 points. Ponzi's looking for the dump. I don't know if we get the dump today, Ponzi. We may get a pullback. How many points did we run up overnight? 200 points? Let's see. Oh, heck no. We ran up more than that, it looks like. Whew, that's a big move up, man. I don't know. It really hasn't been following that trend with the New York where we have big moves overnight and the next day is not as much consolidation like you would think it is. Good morning, Francisco. Good morning, Z. Good morning, Black. Good morning, Hart. Right now, guys, that 200 has been kind of a little magnet. I want to see us open, hit the 200, hit that 21, and just blast. Good morning, Constantine. How are you doing today? Oh, goodness. So, longs above the 50s, shorts back below 143. Already made one. Dude, we've had some pretty crazy movement over the last few hours. We've gone up 200 points since 6 o'clock this morning or 4 o'clock. That thing has been moving. I hate whenever I make money overnight sometimes or make money on my evals or fundeds, then the next day you end up being stupid and losing it. That's like, or over trading when you're like, all right, I shouldn't even trade this account today. Need to find something else to trade. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get some manipulation here. Blast out the bottom, go out the top. That's what we're hoping for here. All right, guys, we got less than 5 minutes to open. Just a heads up, we do have 3-star news tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. It's initial home sales. So if you are holding a trade around 10 o'clock, just be aware of that, or protect your profits, or go to break even or something. You don't want to be in a big drawdown or your stop loss massive. So just be aware of that. 3-star news at 10 o'clock this morning. And we're trading on the 5-minute charts. And we're going to be taking a trade probably pretty soon, probably within the first few minutes of the market opening, because we're looking for a break out of this 9 to 9:15 candle. Like I said, if we break out of the top, we're going to target the 160s over there. And see, we could pull back into the 150s because that's your point of control. So I don't know if we will take that breakout. We'll have to see. It's usually pretty tricky to try to get a trade somewhere between the 200 and the 190. That area is always kind of tricky. I'm thinking, do we just trap some shorts? Maybe fill in this gap here. We got a little big old gap from the news candle. Hopefully the market just doesn't consolidate all the way until 10 o'clock. Hope it's not crappy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stagnant until that 10 o'clock news comes out. All right, 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes. Let's see if we can find some music to listen to. Music. Let's see. Listen to a little Chris Cornell. Anybody ever listen to Chris Cornell? He used to be the lead singer of Black Hole Sun. No, I forgot the name of that band. He used to be Temples of the Dog, I think. I think he's been in multiple bands. All right, getting close, getting close. I would have preferred to see a breakout before the market opens, but nothing you can really do about it. All right, 50 seconds left. Like I said, I'm leaning to the upside, but I would like to see a pullback too, so hopefully it's just not like a moonshot. Whatever happens, you know. All right. All right, here we go. Whew. There's the downside there. We're trying to be patient, wait on this second candle. Man, that 43 is my loss, though. If it loses 43, it's going to be hard to not jump in this crap short here. I'm hoping it pulls back. I mean, that was a nice, quick 40-point trade, the break of that candle. possible manipulation. So everything looks really bullish right now. Just being patient, guys. Being patient. Five minutes. 5 minute looks a little bearish. The 15, everything else still looks green though. The 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes all still green. The day is bearish, but everything else is green. Just being patient and wait. Remember, guys, we also have news this morning, so it could be pretty crappy price action until that news pops. Oh, you're trading a video over there? Nice. So a little bit more difficult this morning to try to hop into this. There's a retest of the 15 minutes. Nvidia trapped some folks in. Everything looks green at the moment. Did it hit me? What happened? I couldn't. I don't understand. Did I? What? Oh. Not really sure what happened there. I don't know how that even hit my stop loss. I don't know. Are we getting bad fills again? I didn't even hit my stop loss. That was weird. I don't understand that. Yeah. Hopefully no one's having issues. I don't understand why I got stopped out so quick. I mean, it probably got me anyway, but I don't understand what happened there. Let me do a sim account real quick and see. Let me close these charts. Sorry. All right. I guess I was having a little data Lexus, a little lag there. So that's why we shut down our charts real quick to reset. Let me make sure everything looks good. 7. So not a lot to do this morning, guys. Just super kind of chopping. Woo, this stuff is choppy this morning, fellas. Super choppy. Like I said, we could be waiting for the news event, and that's at 10 o'clock this morning. I'm going to try one more sim trade here. This is just a I'm just going to take this to make sure my numbers are lining up whenever I enter, guys. This is not a trade. Okay, it entered. I just want to make sure wherever I push it, I just want to see it enter. That's all. This is a sim account trade. This is all this is. So... All right, we hit off that 43 level. That was like my short target there. We're still not getting the breakout. I mean, everything's just big wicks right now, guys. So this is usually how you can kind of just get yourself wrecked trading this price action. So it's just best to be a little patient. If anything, I'm waiting on this second 5-minute candle. This thing's just trapping people. Ooh, is this going to be the long here finally? Let's see the... we still got 15 minutes before the news here. I'd really like to see this candle close right above this level and that second candle print right above it. And that way, it'll be a lot cleaner, a lot safer that way. All right, new 5-minute candle. That 40 has been a straight wall up here at the 40s. When we were going back and looking at this, there was probably like maybe a couple days out of the month where it was just super, super choppy. It made the entries super hard to get these. That thing is just, oh, this thing is wrecking people. Hopefully everybody's staying their account safe. We were already a little red by accident. I'm not really sure what happened on my trade earlier. Luckily, it was just an eval. So we're going to be like 80 bucks in the red. That's why we kept testing the entry here, or testing to make sure everything lined up whenever I hit the button. Definitely not a very clean price action today, guys. And maybe that's just the way what it is, because the last 3 days have been almost perfect. So there's always that one day out of the week that's just garbage. All the time frames looks very bullish. I mean, you got the Nvidia's looking bullish right now, at least that per that little indicator. The ES, the SPY, and the NQ. I just don't want to get caught in a fake breakout here either. So I'm probably going to be patient when it comes to it, even if it gets above my level here, and just wait for that second print candle, because I just don't know if it's just going to hit the session high, then just pull back. See if that holds when it pushes back. See what I mean? That's kind of what we were talking about there. Like I said, just being patient. So, like I said, I was anticipating that. This is why I wait on that print there. Man, this thing's just seek and destroy this morning, guys. Ooh, big old 5-minute doji. This is just one ugly candle, guys. All wick. Insane. And we may not even get a setup with this today, guys. It might just be one of those days you just don't get a setup. What I may do, if we don't really get anything that looks somewhat clean, because this is just gross 5-minute candles, we may just switch over to an eval and not trade our funded on this, because there ain't no use taking a trade on your fundeds if the setup's not there. I'm still waiting. We're still kind of waiting to break out of this range, Kyle. I mean, pretty trades. So we're kind of stuck within this first 15-minute, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, 15 minutes from 9 o'clock to 9:15. So we're just kind of stuck. All this week, we've been getting nice setups with this, but today has not been that case. So, like I said, we're going to wait on the second 5-minute candle print. If we're on the top, we want to say print above 50. Pull your fib, and we want to see whole green candles. We don't want to be trading off big old nasty looking wicks. And another thing that's going to be scary about this is we have 3-star news in 8 minutes. So, I mean, it's like, see, another nasty candle. It's just all wick. And I may change my mind because I was planning on copy trading all 4 accounts that we have here this morning. But with this type price action, I don't know if I'm going to. We may just do a eval trade or something. This is why I've been a bigger fan of the 5 minutes lately. It keeps me out of a lot of the chop. It makes me be patient. Because I can imagine what the 1-minute charts look like. And it's going to be super scary to even take this, being news is only 5 minutes away. I don't know. We may try and just go to break even fast if for some reason it does pop above this 15 minutes. And we got a nice bullish green candle and not an all wick candle. We still got a minute and a half left on this candle. All right, there it goes. We got to get up there. I'm thinking if this thing can print up there, I think we'd be saved by all these wicks here. Yeah, I got bullish on all of my indicators too. Like the 15 minutes, the 60, everything's super bullish right now. We're just waiting for a new candle. Waiting for a little pullback. I want to see a 20% pullback here. 15 seconds. Oh, I don't know. Damn it. It didn't print above it. Son of a bee. Like I said, we'll go to break even fast if it doesn't. Ah, damn it. We're going to keep a very tight leash on this thing. No more than 10 points here. So 40 bucks. We're only going to risk 40 bucks on this trade because we're at the top of it. It was at a dirty close. Dirty close here. Dirty close. It's just nasty today, guys. We're just going to try this once with all my accounts. Then after that, we're not going to keep trying it just because the price action is pretty gross today. Yeah. Look at that. This price action is just insane. All right. Let's pick an account to trade. Watch it crap go. Ah, there it goes. It scared me out of that. I paper handed that just because of the price action we're having. And we're so close to news, so I was just trying to protect my accounts. There she goes. Son of a bee. All right, so we'll wait and see what happens with this next candle and see if we can get a retest. So, like I said, we just kind of paper handed our trade here, guys. That should have been your entry, but like I said, I got scared off because of the all this stuff here. It made it super tough to try to hold this. So we lost $2 on that entry for our fees. God, look at this nasty price action. Oh my goodness, guys, this price action is horrible today. All right, we got less than a minute 30 seconds for that 10 o'clock news. I feel like that's maybe what we're waiting on, and maybe the market can kind of start moving normally, because this isn't normal price action, guys. This right here is kind of like, I will mess up your account type price action. That's why we were trying to be super conservative. Still got a minute 10 seconds left on this candle. $30 seconds before 3-star news. I'm hoping it doesn't do anything crazy. I'm not a fan of 3-star news when it's at 10 o'clock in the morning, because I hate when it messes up the charts. So like if it gives like a 50-point move up here, then you're just kind of stuck with this huge like boner candle. All right, here comes the news. Man. Oh, we paper handed today, guys. That's what I feel like it's going to happen. I'm hoping we get like a 50% pullback on this candle, but I don't know if we will. We could also look at possible bull flag or bear flag. No, that's not right. If it pulls back and retests this 15 minutes, we may look for another long here. Looks like we'll probably be missing this whole trade. $175. Ooh. Oh, man. Wow, what a 50-point dump, guys. I mean, everything looks green right now. Try this along real quick. We're going to keep a tight leash on this too, just in case. We're just going to risk 10 points. 10 to 15 points. Just because this stuff is so wicky right now. This is only evals only, guys. Yeah. Didn't get the pushback. I was hoping since we hit that 75-50 range, we would have got the pullback up to the 300s here to retest those levels. So we're in this trade for about $50 at the moment. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's not looking too promising. Oh, no, I forgot about it. I didn't realize we were that close to a new 5-minute candle. All right, like I said, we were in that for $50. Goodness. So right now we're $50 in the red and $2 on the funded. Let me see. And it may be a day that I just go to 10 points because I was shooting for 20. So we may just do that. And just look for 10-point trades. So basically, it'll take this next trade. If we can find one winner, that would only get us pretty much back in the green. And these are evals only, guys. Evals only. We just did not get our setup this morning for the funded. I was actually looking for a long. I mean, I don't really have a bias at the moment just because we're so choppy this morning. The key right now is just to try to keep my losses as small as possible. Woo. Be careful buying the breakout. Like I said, the pullbacks have been insane today. If you are taking certain breakouts, just keep your your losses as small as possible, because it only takes one good trade to get all that back. You just don't want to have like a $200, $300, or $400 loss out the gate. So we took our first profit down to 10 points. Since it's so wicky that we're just going to go to looking for 10 points and see what happens with the runners, because I was shooting for 20, but it's just so wicky today. 20 points will be kind of tough. Let's see what happens with this next 5-minute candle here. Today, you think 9:30 may be a better time? What is that? Yeah, it's got about 20 minutes left. Maybe by 9:30 it'll slow down. All right, about to have a new candle here. No pullback at all. I want to see a pullback into the 10s or there's the 40%. Just make sure this area holds. And that's where we'll put our stop loss at. And this is the 40% of the Fibonacci here. And we're just going to be looking for 10 points. Dude, we're getting blasted on the 15 minutes today. I think after this trade, we may have to be done copy trading. $10 points, we'll go to break even. Just quick 10 points, break even. Come on. Ah, come on. I thought the 95 would at least give us 10 points here. This is evals only, guys. No funded. The funded setup didn't happen this morning. Holy crap, man. Just being patient. Patience. Come on, give me my 10 points so I can go to break even. Definitely don't want to lose the 20s here. All right, first target hit. All right, we're going to go to 200 here just because this price action has been insane. Oh, come on, give me 60. That got us all back in the green. See what I mean by just keeping your losses small? It just takes one trade. I up my ante a little bit instead of going for the bigger move. I just look for 10 points just because of the price action. So as you can see, we hit it and just rejected. So this is why I'm just doing the 10 points. So this is why I pull Fibonacci on my big candles. So right now the 38% of this candle was holding, and that's why we had our target sitting up there at the 50% of that candle. So as long as that 40% kept holding, I still felt okay holding this, but once we started losing that 40, I probably would have got a little nervous. The only thing that we're green on today is that funded account because the setup didn't happen, so it's just pretty much a break-even trade because I kind of paper-handed it. It did go up 50 points, but I paper-handed it, but I'm not going to try it again. And that's the only difference because I'm not sure what happened with that first trade earlier. Now, if we can get below that 43 down there, I'll be like all in on shorts. This was a hard 15 minutes to play, guys. This is probably the toughest I've seen it in a few weeks. I just got to tell myself whenever it does this like wiki price action within the 15 minutes, I just got to tell myself that's no funded trade day. I just have to cut my losses on the funded trade. If it cannot get below this level, we're probably going to go all the way back to the top here because that means we're just in one big old box. So that means we'll just right now be stuck in like a 160 point range. So we're going to go back down to 2 micros on this next trade. That's why if it goes back up there, we're just in it for 2 mics. It looks like our runner's about to get stopped out. We're still in the trade for 9 points, so 9 times 2, $18. Nice. Like I said, man, you just got to be careful today because I'm not sure how much of delay there is when I take my trade and when you see the trade. On a day like today, you really got to be careful because the price action is so wicky and it's just trapping people on both sides. So that's why I changed my tactic to just looking for 10 points. And if the runner happens, it happens. If not, we'll just get stopped out on a runner. So that's why we changed it to just looking for 10 points. We were due for this type of price action in the morning, guys, because we've been getting really good price action all week, first thing in the morning. And I'm also on the 5 minutes, so it makes you be a little bit more patient on the 5 minutes. If you were on a lower time frame, you probably couldn't see all this ugly chop that's going on. I can imagine what the 1 hour candle looks like. It's probably just one big old wick. Pull fib on this candle. Lose that 200, you may get a sell down, but you'll have to lose that 200. It's also very tricky to trade between 90 and the 10. And so what I mean by that, anytime that you get around the 90 level, the 200 whole number, and that 10 level. So the 50% held here, so you might move up here. This is why I like pulling Fibonacci. Look, it pulled back almost 50% of this candle here. And I'll see what I'll do a lot of times on these evals. I'll put my buy order there at the 20 and just look for 10 points. On a normal moving day. This day today is not normal moving. This is a FU over type price action. Yeah, if you made 200 this morning, Artie Bear, I would put that away. I'm only up 95. I'm trade copying, so I'm kind of all over the place. So there's my $2 funded that was in the red. I'm only up $11 because I actually took a trade in the beginning on that, and I don't know what happened. That's why I had to reset my charts real quick. Everything should, because I was trying to go to break even. I feel like I got a bad entry on that. Today is when you set up your TradingView charts, Bear, and just watch TradingView. Or you can always just take sim account trades to work on whatever, work on strategy or work on, get comfortable trading. So if you go over here to your accounts and select sim, like sim 101 or sim account, you can just use that to practice. Yeah, going back and looking at this this price action, like me and Methodical Man went back and looked at all these 15 minutes last night, and there was always one day out of the month or one day out of every couple weeks where you had this type of price action, and you just almost have to recognize it, because if not, it'll just wreck you. It's almost like once you see it, you need to just stay away from the funded. The ES is on the 5-minute kind of pulling back, but Nvidia's green on all their stuff. Dude, that 200 level, this is what Fish Lips likes to trade. He would have took a short at 25, back down to 200, then a long from 200 back up to 25 or 50. Right now, your point of control, if we can stay above the 16 level, that's above the London highs, maybe. I'm waiting one more minute to this next candle and see what happens with this next candle here. Let's see what the fib is. So all right, 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. $20 seconds, 20 seconds. Nice, $900 on an eval. Heck yeah. Dude, you must have went in that thing heavy, Constantine. What are you, like a full port there? All right, 50%. There's the 50%. Like I said, we're just going to be looking for 10 points in a runner here. I'm back to just trading 2 evals. So we're back down to fairly low risk. Try not to risk more than like 40 or 50 bucks a trade. So we have our order above that whole number on purpose. So usually with these whole numbers, I'm always either right below it or right above it. I don't ever put my order on a whole number because we like to retest those whole numbers. And you need to see the 26s hold up here. So that's your level to hold up, the 50% of this move. Anything past that, more likely this trade is no longer valid as far as the long goes. Just a quick 10 points and maybe a break even or something. Oh, that thing got within a couple ticks there, guys. Two micros, guys. 2 micros. Remember that. We're not over leveraging. You don't want to be over leveraging. Super tough price action today, guys. Super tough price action. I just heard methodical man say we had a pivot at 60. Constantine, I don't even see how you made big profit in this price action today, guys. Like I said, if you're trading this, do it with low, very, very low risk, guys. Don't be going like full port. Don't be on like 3 or 4 minis unless you got a massive accounts. These are just 25 and 50K accounts. If we can get through that 60s, we should get a quick rip. Oh, man, come on. I'm trying to hold on to my runner here. Come on. Whew. The runner looks like it's going to get stopped out. But I'd have a new 5-minute candle. Come on, 5-minute candle. To the moon. Go. No, don't stop. Go to the 300s or something. Damn. Stuck. This is why I said just take your 10 points, guys. Take your 10 points and move on. Come on. So whenever I was looking for that entry, like I said, a lot of times I'll take these type of trades on evals, Constantine, just evals only. I'll just do it based off the Fibonacci. So I just pull Fibonacci, and as soon as this next candle holds this big candle at the 50% mark, you can see it pull down to the 50% mark right to the T. And then that's why I put my order pretty much right there at the close of the previous candle to try to get the explosion to the upside. But I only do that type of stuff on evals. I would never do that on a funded account. Ah, damn it. Looks like my runner's going to get stopped. Oh, well. Runner got stopped out there, guys. Yeah, we just lost that whole thing. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for a few minutes, guys. This price action is so tough. We're fortunate enough to get back in the green at the moment. Not a lot of green, only $100, $100, $18 because we had to make up, I don't know, like $70 or $80 in the red, and the funded is $2 in the green. And that red up there, that's just a sim account. And it's probably just going to go without me. The point of control is at 27. What did this pull back? Was that 50% of that candle? I thought about doing it. I guess if you like to trade what they call the golden pocket, where it pulls back between 60 and 70%. But these are still nasty looking candles, guys. These things are just all wicks. I figured we were due for a tough day. We've had a fairly decent week this week. So almost every morning we gotten like nice 100-point plus trades off of this 15-minute candle. But today has not been that. And I'm assuming because we had big movement overnight, we had a big movement with NVIDIA tomorrow or yesterday after that big sell-off. It's like NVIDIA sold off all day so that probably all the big investors could buy as low as possible. Then they ran that thing back up. I feel like that was what was happening yesterday. Yeah, today's your bread and butter fish lips. This back and forth between the whole numbers, this is definitely your bread and butter today. She's going without me. Yeah, if you're long, it looks like you may get up to the 300s. That's kind of where I was considered taking that 50 points, but I had it pushed up there to that previous high up there at 350. But I didn't want to jump back in for the third time. So, congrats if anybody's still in the long. Fish lips, are you in the long? Oh, there she goes. Oh, you're shorting the 300 or 325. Yeah, that 325 is always a nice little short area for 25 points. Mark out all these real quick so I don't have to keep this on here. Win extreme, just taking half. You might get your 70 pushback here. This right here is what just wrecks you guys. All these big wicks on these candles. This is what will wreck you if you try to buy the breakout on these candles. So that's why I will never try to buy a breakout with this type of price action. Just because you're thinking, hey, we're above the whole number, going to keep going, then it just whips back on you 20, 30 points. All right, about to get a new candle here. So let's see what happens with this new candle. Kind of opened up at the 40%. Got a big wig bounce off of that. 75. You dipped out sooner. That was a nice pushback to that 75 that you're looking for, fish lips. I mean, everything still looks bullish. The 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 60 minutes, the 4 hour. Nvidia is still all green. Dude, fish lips today is, to me, is tough. These entries are tough today. I'm so paper-handed trade today that it's almost hard for me to hold these trades. The paper hands took over today, guys. No diamond hands today. If anybody is new here, if you heard the term paper hands, that means you have a hard time holding trades. You either go to break even really fast, or you close your trade too fast, or if you got the diamond hands, you sit through this crap. Nice, $1,100 on mics, man. That's insane. What an insane day. I just feel blessed to be. I feel blessed to be green today. We got all these wicks here, so I wonder if these wicks is going to hold us up, and maybe we can push up higher here. What's up? I really don't care. How are you doing today? What's up, Dale? Oh, you're thinking maybe we'll manipulate up here, then just drop? Yeah, today, man, it's just, this stuff is just, or this page, this is insane price action today, guys. This is super tough. I don't know if we can get a little squeeze, if we can break back above the 300 here. I feel like every trade you jump in, you just got to sit through chop. Almost like both trades that I've taken greens, I've had to just sit there and just wait for it to hit our target. 25,407. Man, that'd be a nice target here. We got about 50 seconds left on this 5-minute candle, so we'll see what happens with this next candle. If we can stay above the 90s, get above the 300s, then maybe get a nice little push here. It's called the brisket zone. Oh, that's pretty good. I've never heard the brisket zone. It looks like all green right now. So looking at the volume chart, it's all green. There's the 40%. Ooh. Might do the 50% here. Ah, damn it. It ripped that 50% off. Come on, 50 hold. Damn it. We hit that 50% of the fib on this here. So if it breaks that fib 86, it's probably going back down. Every trade, guys. Every trade today. These are eval trade, guys, not funded accounts. So we do take a little bit more riskier trades on evals. We're also only trading 2 micros. So $50, $60 max on our losses. Looks like we're going to get hit. So that was a $60 loss. Woo, this thing is just wrecking us today. In the 1 hour, it has multiple touches at that zone. Was that the 310 zone? We may just switch over to one account. I don't think we're going to copy trade no more. Let me turn off my copy trader. All right, so we'll just trade the account that we're red on. What is that? 34. 34. Same. Looks like if we can get through that one more candle here at the 300s, we may move up. Hopefully everybody's surviving today. So that knocked our green back down to $42 in the green. Remember I said about $40 or $50 and we were a little over $100. So we lost $50 on that trade, 50 something. And we just turned off our copy trader. And we're just going to focus on just one eval. Fish Lips, are you still in that short? Did you short that 300 level? Or are you sitting to the side still? What's up, Trader G? Oh, are you on that island that you went to? Trust me, you're not missing nothing on the trading today, man. Price action's been straight butt. This thing's just been in seek and destroy. We probably got about 100-point range that we've been stuck in. I mean, this is the 5-minute charts. Look how ugly the candles are today. Today is like a struggle bus day, and today is one of these days that you just try to limit your losses if you're going to take losses, because today's kind of a day it may just destroy you. That's what I wanted to target earlier. Is that 350 level up there? Yesterday's high. Yeah, see, that's what we were trying to target earlier from this morning. If we were able to get that entry from the 15 minutes up to the 360s. Everybody shorting for the weekend. Nice. It's nothing like going somewhere nice when the 25 long for you. I done took so many little, try to take so many breakout trades this morning that now I'm just kind of gun shy. Not a very good morning. Like I said, we're only $40 in the green, 37 in the red, $40 in the green, and $2 in the red. So that's been the trading day for ourselves. So we're just trying to survive. Ooh. Have you taken any trades this morning, this page? What is the brisket zone? Is that kind of like the name of something on the Fibonacci? The brisket zone? Usually what happens is when price actions like this, it makes you nervous to go into trades because you're really not getting any setups today. At least I haven't. I didn't have my normal setup that we've been taking for the last few weeks, and that's this opening 15-minute candle. As you can see, the price action has just been straight garbage today. This is usually one of the days type of day that you will mess up your account and end up blowing an eval or blowing up your funded or something. And that's because you'll think that we're breaking out and you would jump in long here instead of waiting for that print of that next candle. And you can see what happens. You just get basically a 30, 40, 60 point pullback. And if you're over leveraged, you're effed. Because that used to happen to me a lot kind of back in the day, that I would be taking these false breakouts and be over leveraged. This is why we've downsized so much just to a few micros and just try to maybe add to our winners. And you can make quite a bit of money off micros. I know Fish Lips, he'd be killing it on micros. I think he's up like $1,000 a day just trading micros, and he's trading whole numbers. Oh, goodness. Okay, so you made it on the upside before it got choppy. Man, that's like the best time when you make all your profit before it gets crazy choppy. Or the worst is when you get that one big move in the morning, like 100 or 200 points, then the rest of the morning until after lunch is just straight chopping sideways. Dude got an ugly looking 5-minute trend line going on. You would think that we'd want to run some of these wicks. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. We were due for a crappy trading day. All this week, we've just been getting massive moves. Let me see what news is tomorrow. That could have something to do with it too. I didn't check the Friday's news. Let's see. We do have 3-star news tomorrow, but none that would mess up the market. It's just S&P Global Manufacturing. Yep. Oh, you went to work at you were asleep at 3? Maybe this is finally the dump here. I really don't like the shorts unless we get back below, I want to say it was 44, the 50 range, kind of print below those levels there. Everything's looking red on the 5 minutes. Oh, goodness. Excuse me, guys. So we're still getting stuck in this range here. So now this feels like more normal. Usually whenever I break up that we have big movement overnight from the Asia all the way back to the New York session, this is usually the type of price action that we get. But we've been getting moves the last couple weeks and the price action still has been good. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing today. I tried to hit that sooner. I couldn't hit it. I got a bad fill. I was trying to get a fill in the 200s, and time I hit it, we were already down. So we just took the 10 points. So we pulled back, hit the 40%. I wish I'd have got a resting order in, but we didn't get it in time. Man, that would have been perfect. Perfect. So this is why I pull Fibonacci's on these big red down candles. I'm looking somewhere between a 23 to 50% pullback. And if this area can hold between these two lines, a lot of times I will take shorts on evals. So we pulled back into the 20%, didn't quite get to the 38. Then we just kind of just dumped off. But that's why a lot of times I like putting resting orders, because it happens so fast, because a lot of times whenever it comes through there, it just blasts us. And I tried to catch it by just marketing in. And time I did, I was already 20 points below where I wanted to enter. I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen at this 45 area. I mean, I might consider taking a short below there. I prefer to see a print. All right, here comes this. The bottom of that range, brand new 5-minute candle. There's that 45 level. Man, I just feel like if I try to get short now, I'm gonna get wrecked on the pullback here. There was quite a few wicks sitting there, so that was that pullback off of that. London lows at 25.44. Three minutes left on this candle. Still got 2 minutes left on this candle, guys. I'm hoping we can find an entry and target 25,046 on the London low. We're still going to keep it the same, 10 points and a runner. Two minutes. Hopefully it just doesn't sell without us, guys. So everything is red on the 5-minute charts. We just got a little red on the 15 minutes. Nvidia's red on the 4-hour, the 5 minutes. We got 1 minute left on this candle. We're waiting for this 1 minute print for this next 5-minute candle. All right, less than 1 minute. Damn it. I hope it doesn't waterfall without us. Hopefully it hits the 100, rejects, pulls back a little bit, because that's going to suck if it goes all the way down to that 25.44 without us, because that's what we want to target. That's your London lows, 25,046. Wow, that's a 60-point candle. 20 seconds left. Come on, pull back. 14 seconds left. Two seconds. 70. Damn, is this thing not going to pull back? Come on. Damn, no pullback at all. We're just going straight there. Come on, pull back. Damn it. If we don't get the pullback, we won't put the order on here, guys. Right now, the 20% of this candle is holding. Where's that target at? 45. We're looking for the London lows, 45. I don't know. Do you guys think we blasted? Oh, come on. It's been one of these days with these freaking candles. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the charts. I'm sorry about that. What are you looking for? The UTC? I'm not sure if I know what that is, Andrew. Are you talking about the Fibonacci charts that I'm pulling? I'm just not aware of that abbreviation. Yeah, sometimes I get so focused on charts, I forget about my chat. Sorry about that. Do I follow it down? Are you still in here, Andrew? No. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to miss your text there. I guess I can Google that if you come back. I'm not really sure. Okay. We're just going to play the top of this 5-minute candle as our stop loss here. All right. Let me look up UTC. Like I said, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so that's like a time zone, Andrew. We're on a central time zone. So this is kind of what we're expecting off that London move there. Ew, what a crazy move this has turned into. Need 44 to hold up. Probably the safest place to have my entries back up there, but at least we lock in 40 points if we leave it here. If that line holds where I put that line, we should continue down, because what that is, that's the London low. Woo, come on. 100-point banger. A little bit more. Come on. Just hit it so I can get out of this damn trade. Don't bounce at the 200. No, don't bounce. Hit the 90. Okay. Ah, got it. I wanted to target down here, but wasn't sure. Nice on the 100-point trade, guys. Nice 100-point trade. Whew. It was a rough start out this morning. Right now, we're 261 on one account. We ended up turning the copy trader back on. Let me pay attention to this trade right here real quick, because this is a funded trade. Damn it. It exploded through that thing. Just looking for a quick 10 points. Back up. Come on. Go, 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 go. 10 points. Ah, damn it. Come on. There we go. Follow this bad boy back up. This is the previous day close. Come on. All right. Nice. We're able to at least get our funded trade back in the green. I think we could have got more on that. So I take this too. This is the previous day, yesterday's close level. You had us at about 8 points in the red. But this could be the bottom here, man. This thing could just rip back up to the moon off this level here. So we did leave quite a few points. So all the counts are in the green, even though it's only $40. It's still green. 261, 198, 257. So my short bias, like I said, was below that 43. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought I was having connection issues here. Ooh. Let me pull up my chats. Like I said, I get so focused on charts that I lose track of these chats. Man, yesterday's close is still bouncing. So let's see. Is that the ES? I guess I've been looking at the ES charts up there. Boom. I don't know any more tradings that we have left. It's about to approach 11:30, so we only got 30 minutes till lunch here. So we may just come back for power hour. What am I looking for? I mean, it's just complete waterfall right now, guys. There's no way for me to hop back in this. Thank you guys for joining and watching today. It started off pretty rough. If you didn't join us in the get-go, you go back and look at this price action this morning. This is the first time this week. Me and Methodical Man went back and looked at a lot of these 15-minute opening ranges. Most of them have been clean almost every day, but like there is like 1 day, 2 days out of the month that you do get this type of price action where it's just straight garbage. And this is what you have to try to just survive or not even take any trades. Luckily for us, we survived it. We did take a few little losses here and there, but we kept our losses no more than like 40 or 50 bucks. That's a lot of red candles. I mean, I feel like we could just run 50% of this move back up here. You can kind of pull fib on this whole move and see what type of possible pullback you may get here. All the way back up to the 100 level. Man, that's a long ways back up. Excuse all my blue lines. What we're doing is we're just marking out the Fibonacci pull. If we lose 50% of this candle, more likely we're going to be pushing. We might have a nice little push back up. We'll stay on here for about 10 more minutes and watch charts. Then, like I said, we may come back for the power hour today. I didn't trade yesterday's power hour, but we came back and watched the power hour for the NVIDIA numbers. What did I say my short was? Below 150 or 25 150. Man, this thing's just going. I could already had another 200-point move today. I did not expect us to keep selling down. I thought we would have got some kind of reversal. Like I said, guys, there's probably not another entry, not for a while. It's very dangerous to kind of just jump in at the bottom. If you are going to consider anything like that, I would just recommend evals and not funded accounts. So this other setup that we took a while ago, most people take this only 1 minute. So there's an indicator that marks out the previous day close and open. So what you can do is just put your resting order. I think I had mine like a few points above it, or you can look to the left and see where the wicks are. A lot of times you can almost get a better move. And a lot of times I'll just look for 10 points. Let's see. Sorry about that. Sending a text. Whew. Did anybody else take any trades this morning? I know somebody said they took trades pre-market. I didn't know if anybody else took the sell-off here. All right, guys, I think we're going to call it this morning. It's 11:30. Be careful if you are going to be trading during the lunch hour. Here, I'll bring a chart over here. This is how I usually look at my hourly thing here. Let me get these other stuff off here real quick. So this is how I was using that one target here, where I had my first target here at that 25.44. So we just, but once it blasted through it, then that's when we decided to move it down to 95. But it's already sold off 200 points since our original entry up here. It'd have been nice to get back-to-back 200-point moves, but that's okay. But this is called ICT kill zones, and it's a free indicator on TradingView. There is no, I mean, you don't even really got to pay. You could have it for free. You don't even really got to pay for the data because it's already preset from the previous night. So even though the data might be lagging, you can't really watch the chart. So what you do is just use the levels. I don't usually trade like buy-sell stuff. All the indicators I use are all just level type indicators, and I use for targets. So if I was still holding my runner, I would probably look for 831 and possibly 717. Man, it'd be insane for us to go all the way back down into 500s, but it's very possible. And that would be yesterday's New York PM low. And as you can see, we always, so like the previous day, look, we shot up off the top of the London highs, made a new high. Then by the end of the day, we pushed all the way back down to the London lows. Then after that, we pushed all the way back to the New York AM highs. And you could have got long last night above these. This is another thing that I've been trying to watch. I haven't tried it, but it just happens at different times. So if you have this indicator, if you can wait for the PM session to get back above your New York high, most of the time it does not come back down. It's just, most of the time it'll just slowly move up the rest of the night or till it turns into consolidation. And it looks like there was a lot of consolidation starting in the Asia market all the way across. It was just straight consolidation. It was probably best that you didn't. I mean, if you're already up that much, Bear, I definitely wouldn't take any more trades. Now's a good time to kind of walk away because more than likely it's going into the lunch hour. So this is what we're talking about, the ICT kill zones. Look at this the New York lunch period. Pretty choppy, not a lot of big movement, and you can almost go back. Every now and then you may get a big movement, but for most parts it's small. See, always small movement during lunch. Small, small, Small. This is why most of the time I won't trade during the lunch hour. Small. Look, you only had like one good movement day. Most of the time it's small like this. It's better to come back after 1 o'clock and to try to look for moves if you're going to continue trading. Small. Another small day. So, this is why it's best to kind of walk away during your lunch hour. I'm not saying you can't get a big move, but for most part, it's usually small and consolidating. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we will try to make it back for Power Hour today. We'll see if we can find us a trade. There's not a lot of times that I've been trading during the Power Hour, but we can try. We'll just do an eval only. It won't be a funded account. Unfortunately, we only made 40 bucks on the funded today because our setup did not work this morning. And if you're green, put the account away, or if you got a new account, try to hold on to your green, because that's what happens to me. I'll start trading during this lunch hour and I'll start over trading. Even 2 micros and 3 micros can just destroy your profit. So it looks like we're about $450 away from passing another eval. I lost 2 funded accounts on my Bulanox counts. We're down to 1 because we had 3. We had about 8 or 9 fundeds, or 8 fundeds at one time. Now we're back down to 5. So we lost a few, and that's over a few months. It's not like one time, but over a few months.
Screen glow on my face at 3 a.m. Ninja trader hums a digital hymn. Futures flicker red and green ballet. TikTok silent, YouTube's just static today. Candlesticks climb, then they fall like rain. My portfolio's a ghost, no one to explain. Lonely days, trading in the void. Charts don't lie, but they don't make a noise. I watch the ticks, they dance in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone